Hello students, I am Dr. Poonam. The play which I am going to discuss today is Yayati. It is written by Girish Karnad. Girish Raghunath Karnad's first play Yayati is a story taken from the epic Mahabharata. This mythical story is a tale of responsibility, sacrifice and self-realization. Yayati. You can see the play Yayati by Girish Karnad. In this play, the central character is Yayati, characterized by his insatiable desires symbolized through his actions. The story is about the exchange of ages between father and son. First of all, we will discuss about the author. Girish Karnad was an Indian actor, film director, Kannada writer, playwright and a Rhodes Scholar who predominantly worked in South India cinema and Bollywood. He was born in 19 May 1938, Matheran. He was died on 10 June 2019, Bengaluru. Now we talk about the spouse, Saraswati Ganpati. In his books we can include Hevadan, Tughlaq, Yayati, Wedding Album, and his TV shows are Malgudi Days, Indradhanush, Turning Point. Yayati Girish Karnad's first play was written in 1960 and won the Mysore State Award in 1962. It is based on an episode in the Mahabharata where Yayati, one of the ancestors of the Pandavas, is given the curse of premature old age by his father-in-law Shukracharya. The play that started Girish Karnad's successful career as a playwright was Yayati. It was penned over a few weeks in 1960 when Karnad was planning to leave India for Oxford as a Rhodes Scholar for 3 years against the wishes of his parents. Hence the play had its relevance that older generation demand sacrifices on the part of younger generation. Unlike his other play, it was Priya Adarkar who first translated the play. Reinterpretation of the myth. Myth is an idea or a story which is handed down through generations, sometimes orally or sometimes by the written word. The stories are especially about gods and men of courage. Myths often explain nature and historical events. They are the best way to study such cultures and are often related to creation. Symbols are objects, signs, characters, figures and colors used to reinterpret ideas or concepts. The purpose of a symbol is to communicate meaning. Using a story from Mahabharata, Karnad has created his meticulous play with a very strong idea, an idea which is still a subject of study, and myths and stories of mankind, no matter how ancient or new, are based on some general mythical structures and formulas that are meant to touch human hearts throughout the time and ages. He chose the piece of mythical narrative and completely reinterpreted the main characters in a way that is more human and close to the modern world. And next, how the myth used in Yayati. It is reinterpreted. Yayati retells the age-old story of the mythological king who, in his longing for eternal youth, does not hesitate to usurp the youth and vitality of his son. As the Mahabharata story tells, Yayati, one of the 6 sons of Nahusha, Devyani, who is in love with Kach, the disciple of her father Shukracharya. After Kach's betrayal, she married Yayati to desire to hurt Sharmishta, for whom she nurses a childhood jealousy. Sharmishta is deeply in love with Yayati and subjects herself to a lot of mental and physical torture for love. A son is born to her out of her clandestine liaison with Yayati. Consequently, Devyani brings a curse of old age upon him. Yayati, blinded by his insatiable thirst for sensual pleasure, dreads old age. Girish Karnad has introduced new characters in this play. Swanlata, the servant of Devyani, and Chitralekha, the wife of Puru. Karnad has beautifully used the work of both the characters. Swanlata is constantly shown in the play with three of her female characters, while Chitralekha kills herself, which changed in Yayati's sensual desires. In Mahabharata, Devyani had two sons, Yadu and Tarvasu, while Sharmishta had three sons, Dhruyu, Anu, and Puru. On the other hand, in the play of Yayati, Karnad only mentions Puru, the only son of Yayati and Devyani. Mahabharata story tells that Devyani is in love with sage Kach, the disciple of Shukracharya, who had been given curse to Devyani that she would not marry another Brahman. On the other hand, in Yayati, there is a very small reference about Kach, and it tells that Devyani had taken oath after Kach's betrayal never to love a man. The Mahabharata story tells that Devyani is the only daughter of Guru Shukracharya. She is stubborn and arrogant, although very beautiful young woman. One day, the daughter of Varishpurva, Sharmishta, came to Guru's ashram along with her friends. The girls decided to take a bath at a lake nearby. A violent storm blew away their clothes and their clothes got mixed. When Devyani saw Sharmishta wearing her clothes, they started fight, abuses each other. During the fight with Sharmishta and her friends, Devyani falls into a well nearby. They leave her there. Yayati rescued Devyani by took out from the well and they loved each other at first sight. Devyani proposed to marry her, but Yayati denied because of his lower caste, Kshatriya, and is Brahman. But later he married her after Shukracharya's permission. But Karnad here used this myth and gave the readers different structure. King Yayati and Devyani married and Puru as their son. Sharmishta has shown very badly most of the time, but after the conversation with Yayati, he accepted her as his second queen, which made Devyani angry and the cause of Yayati's curse. In Mahabharata story, when Devyani came to know that Yayati has three sons from Sharmishta, Devyani was livid and went back to her father, and Yayati followed to persuade her. On the other hand, in the Yayati play, King Yayati directly tells Devyani that he will make Sharmishta his second queen. This made Devyani angry and she went back to her father, who is that time in the city, to come to greet the prince. Yayati did not follow her, but Sharmishta persuaded her. When Shukracharya came to know that Yayati have wronged his wife Devyani, he cursed Yayati that he would lose his youth and become an old man immediately. Yayati attained the old age which destroys beauty and brings on misery. It is needless to describe the misery of youth suddenly blight into age, where the horrors of loss are clearly seen by the pangs of recollection. As soon as Shukracharya uttered his curse, Yayati became an old man. Shukracharya also said that his curse, when uttered, could not be taken back, and added that the only concession he could give was that if Yayati wanted, he could give his old age to someone and take his youth from him. Yayati was still hunted by the desire for sensual enjoyment. Yayati had 5 obedient sons. He made a request to his 5 sons by turns. First eldest son Yadu laughed at him and said, I have my own life, father. I am enjoying it. I can't give it all up. He then went to Dhruyu, who also refused, says, but father, being old will also make me lose all my intelligence. I have just started learning about this world. Next came Tarvasa and Anu, but both of them refused. The last son Puru was his only hope. He readily agreed to the proposal as he thought it to be his duty onwards his father who had given him life. One might think him to be lunatic, but Puru had a very convincing explanation for his action. He classified sons under 3 categories and said there are 3 types who can be called sons. One who rises to the expectations of the father without being prompted, occupies the topmost position, and finds the ultimate goal of life. Second is the son who obediently helps on request. The third grudgingly agrees to help. Karnad gave a different view of Puru's thinking. I am telling you how it is. It is implied, there is the reinterpretation of the myth in Yayati play written by Girish Karnad. So Karnad here gave a different view of Puru's thinking. Puru was the son of Yayati and Devyani. After heard about the curse of his father, he went to talk with Shukracharya about to forgive his father from curse, but he did not meet him. But Shukracharya disciple told him that Shukracharya give concession from the curse that Yayati can transfer his youth from any young man. He had asked his country's courtiers about the concession, but all refused to take it. After learnt Yayati's plight, Puru is ready to take Yayati's old age upon him. But in this play, he takes it because of glory and fame. He did not want any battle like his forefathers. In Yayati, when Chitralekha crosses the limits of all and so-called morality and hypocrisy and claims directly for her sexual rights to King Yayati, he soon realizes the impropriety of a shallow action and feels an alienated common man. He went with Sharmishta, and there is no mention about Devyani. In Yayati, Puru took upon his father's curse because he has not won many battles like his forefathers and has not reached up to that level. So, to get glory and time, he took the curse on himself. In Mahabharata, after took upon Puru's youth, Yayati lived with Devyani for several years and enjoyed worldly happiness. One day it dawned to him that he had wasted his life running after insignificant things and had not ever thought of life's most valuable aspiration of his spiritual enlightenment. He made up his mind to detach himself from the transit world and take to the path of godliness. He gave all his property to his sons and went to forest to lead a life of renunciation with Devyani and Sharmishta. On the other hand, Karnad gives a totally different view in Yayati. So, in Yayati, in Karnad's Yayati, on the suggestion of Kurtukoti, Karnad in Yayati tried to reinterpret the myth psychoanalytically. Like Eugene O'Neill, Karnad was very much influenced by O'Neill's Morning Becomes Electra and wanted to achieve the same kind of intensity. Karnad found the myth of Yayati Devyani Sharmishta rich in possibilities for the expression of psychological needs of human beings and social obligations. Thank you. We will discuss the play Yayati and the other issues in the plays in my next video. Thank you very much.